Hey, thanks for coming back to Gold Tico US. Today I'm going to talk about Costa Rica versus Argentina. I'm going to give you some of my thoughts about what we could expect tonight, and I'll give you my prediction on the scoreboard. So let's get right into it. So I was listening to Scaloni, which is the coach from Argentina, and Gustavo Alfaro, which is the coach from Costa Rica. And to sum it up, basically they want to try out new players, upcoming players, or players that they think deserve more time on the field so that they can figure out where they fit in the starter group. I know Gustavo Alfaro made a huge highlight on the fact that he wants to have like two rosters, basically. Like he wants to have starters and he wants to have players that are up to the starter level, but that he can count on in case something happens to the starters. Scaloni wants the same thing, but I think he's doing it in different ways. He's mostly trying strategies with up and coming players, but basically both of them said the same thing. And I think we already knew this because, like I said, this is a friendly. But don't take that for granted. Friendlies rarely mean friendlies. Friendlies are only there to sharpen up skills and formations and strategies and players. But each team is still playing to win. Each team is still playing competitive to show what they have, to show the coach that they are worthy to become a starter. And so yeah, don't expect this to be just some sort of hopscotch match. I've also given a lot of thought as to why Argentina is giving a lot of time to Central American teams like El Salvador. They beat 3-0. I know they played Honduras. I know they played Guatemala. Obviously Argentina won those games, but I'm always thinking, like, why did they give these teams their time when they could be playing teams like Brazil, like Spain, like England, like Italy? We know that Argentina is up to the match, and they've proven it by winning all of the teams that I've mentioned. So my humble opinion is that with them being World Cup champs, they have to make space for new players and new talents. And the players that played in the World Cup at some point or another need to be replaced. So they can't do that. They can't try new players and new strategies and formations while trying to focus on winning a high level intensity of a game like against England or like against Brazil and like all these teams that are high caliber intensity teams. So in my opinion, I think they're giving time to these Central American teams, including Costa Rica, because we are not as high intensity as these European and South American teams that I mentioned. And so it allows Argentina to still have a good level of competitiveness, but at the same time give more focus on strategies and formations and new players that they feel deserve more time on the field. Now, there could be other reasons why Argentina wants to play against, Central American teams in particular. But if I had to give you my personal opinion, I think it's because of that. And this is great for particularly Costa Rica. They're an upcoming new generation of team players. They seem to be doing a good job so far with their new coach, Gustavo Alfaro. And it would be an honor for these young players to get a first-hand experience on what it's like to play a high caliber team like Argentina. So I think the stars have aligned so that this can take place. Both teams are looking for similar things from each other, and this makes for a great game for me to watch. The last couple of thoughts that I have is that obviously Argentina is trying new things. Lionel Messi's not going to be there. Dybala is not going to be there. I think they both have injuries. I think someone said, or I heard, that Palacios is not going to be there. Senesi is not going to be there. But you know what? It's okay because they have other players they want to try. As far as I know, a nice surprise to have tonight is that Di Maria is going to be starting tonight. Unless that changes, that is my understanding that we will see him on the pitch, which is nice. Di Maria is an absolute star. And they're going to have their starting goalkeeper, Martinez. I mean, an absolute star. Lautaro Martinez looks like he's going to be a forward, so I think other notable players that are going to be there is Romero, Otamendi, De Paul, McAllister. Those are possible players that might be on the pitch, with a few mixed of new players that they want to try. As far as Costa Rica, we're going to see, I think, something similar lineup as to what happened versus Honduras. But yeah, the coach has made it clear that he does want to try out new players and give other people a chance to be on the pitch and show what they have. It's going to be an interesting game. I think both teams are fast, responsive, and they're both going to try to do their best to make each other uncomfortable on the field. As far as my prediction for the scoreboard, it's almost a given that Argentina is going to win. I foresee a scoreboard of about maybe 4-1 or 4-2 in favor of Argentina. If Costa Rica plays their cards right and they do everything that they can to prove themselves against the world champs, it's a very slim possibility. I repeat, it's a very slim possibility, but this could be a tie favoring Costa Rica, obviously. And there's an even slimmer chance, I repeat, there's an even slimmer chance that I think Costa Rica might win by 1 goal maybe at the last minute. But again, I really think Argentina is going to easily take this. And for me, it's a 4-1, 4-2 goal score in favor of Argentina. What do you think about the friendly tonight? Are you excited to see it? Do you care about it? I know my Tico homies from the US are probably going to watch it, and obviously Costa Rica as a country, but is there anybody else who is a Costa Rican fan who follows Costa Rican soccer? Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear what you have to say, what you think about the game tonight. Give me your predictions on the scoreboard, and I'll see you guys on the next one.